Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that warm applause. We have a privilege this morning to be able to perform with you, for you, and we did almost an hour program by now. So thank you to listen to us this morning. That you listen to us, and we will perform a last song this morning, and it's called Sikirileke Koloi. Enjoy it with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Our program director asked if we can sing a bit more. Will that be okay with you? Great stuff. We'll do a couple of songs more. Enjoy, sit back and relax this beautiful choir performance and for this beautiful event. Thank you.
Police station ya Bloomsbury e ne e le hole haholo le metse ene e ka monana. Yaba botlokotsebe bo phahama haholo. Yaba rona re kopa hore re fuwe police station e leng hore e tla etsa dintho kaofela jwalo ka ena e teng hona jwale. Re buile ra ba ra kopa mopremere a re utlwa a fetisa sello sa rona ya baneng re ba le police station ena e leng Sonskei hona jwale. Ho ba teng ha Sonskei ho thusa ho aha Freistata e sebeletsang bohle.
Lebitso la ka ke Archie Pinity, ke e mong wa bathehi ba mokgahlo o bitswang Banna Buang Free State Men's Forum. Mokgahlo o sebetsang ka tlhekefetso ya bong, which is GBV. Re le Banna Buang re rata ho ananela mopremere wa Freistata le mmuso wa rona wa Freistata o ileng wa utlwa kgoeletso ya rona ha ne re lla, hobane kgoeletso ya rona e tlile le ditholwana tse ntle moo mopremere a ileng a bitsa seboka sa bontate ba dikete tse 5 mane le momolo. Re ile ra bona mopresidente a tla ho bontsha hore seboka sena e ne le sa mofuta wa sona sa pele ka rona. Programe ena e tlo tswella hana jwale re tlo e fetisetsa ka ho mabatoa a teng a 5 ka ho province. As men's sector ka ho province ya Freistata re ikemiseditse ho sebetsa le mmuso ho aha Freistata e sebeletsang bohle.
Re ne re na le tleliniki ya kgale ka mane e ne le nyane re sa kgone le ho fella kaofela. Re thabile haholo ho fumana tleliniki e kgolo ena e shebahala eka ke sepetlele ha se tleliniki. Re kgona ho fella kaofela ka hare ho tleliniki ya rona ya Borwa. E kgolo le ha o tla le mane wa e bona, le ha o hlale ka morao a e bona. Re thabile haholo. E kgolo le dirumu tsa teng di a bonahala botle bo bokalo. Re thabile haholo ka nnete ho ba le tleliniki e kgolo mona ka hare ho Borwa ba rona ba ebile re kgona ho fella kaofela. Re na le security le ha o kena mona, security o tlameha o ingodise fatshe hore o kene ka moo. Ho ba teng ha tleliniki ya rona e ntjha ho a re thabisa. Ho a bonahala hore mmuso o haha Freistata e sebeletsang bohle.
It's a great pleasure to introduce you to the Versus robotic surgical system, which the provincial government acquired a year ago. It really revolutionized our surgery, especially cancer surgery, because of the more precision the machine can dissect, and there's no surgeon fatigue. Now, this is the first system in sub-Saharan Africa, and it's really a much more improved endoscopic surgery procedure. So there's a huge benefit in doing robotic surgery, especially for cancer patients. It definitely improves outcome. There's less blood transfusions. Because of the clear visualization of the nerve bundles, it decreases the risk of urinary incontinence afterwards, and it will also, if they do have erections before the time, it will preserve their erectile function.
Nna ka lebitso ke Jabulani Madela, ke owner kgwebo e bitswang JB Madela Plum Golf Workshop and Towing. Re lokisa makoloi and then hape re towa makoloi for the short distance, the long distance. Kgwebo ena e ne le kgwebo e sokolelang ha ba bitsa ka lebitso ba re ke backyard. E be le hore mmuso wa Free State o nkisa sekolong Brazil hore ke tsebe hore ha ke kgutla moo ke tlo sebetsa professional. Ha ke setse ke kene ka hara industry ena setse ke tswa mose ke fuwe di-skill ke fuwe dintho kaofela tse tlamehile hore ke di sebedise. Ke ile ka applyela mosebetsi government garage ya mona Free State, di-insurance companies le Val Central ke bona ba ileng ba nka ba nkenya ka lewafing la bona hore ke tsamaile bona ba mfa mosebetsi. Ka mora hore Free State government e kenye letsoho ka hore re be le metjhini le tse ding tsa dintho tse leng hore re ka di sebedisa hore mosebetsi wa dikoloi o tsebe ho tswella ka pele. Nako sebetse ba ka pele and then ha o sokole ha o sebetsa o ya straight posong ba o file metjhini e bitswang di-diagnostic machine ke kgona ho kenya koloi tse 20 ke sebetsa ka letsatsi hore ke tsebe mona ke eng mona ke eng ke etse di-reporto ke etse dintho kaofela tse ba nthutileng hore ke tshwanetse ke pushe kgwebo ka tsona. Free State government le di-stakeholders tsa yona ke re thusitse hore re bapale karolo e bohlokwa ho aheng Free State e sebeletsang bohle.
My name is Boitumelo Elvis Mxolisi. I am the principal of Orania Krag Combined School. I want to commend today government for providing us with this beautiful facility, the school building that we are having here in Garidam. It has had a great impact on our learners, the culture of the school, and also the performance of our learners. We have a beautiful school, we have a clean school, and we are happy for this new facility. We appreciate this facility and may the good Lord bless you. The construction of the school is helping in building a Free State that works for all.
Re le sekolo sa Kgonyane re nahana program ena ya SRD ya SASSA ya uniform e thusitse haholo ho fa bana ba rona uniform and e thusitse because if ile bana uniform tsa sama le tsa Maria le bo raincoat le di gumboots. So re nahana hore ke program e ntle haholo especially for bana ba leng hore batswadi ba bona ha ba sebetse.
Thusitse haholo ge le batswadi ba sedibeng sa thuto ho ne ho le thata for bana ba rona ho tla sekolong ha pula ena le go thusitse haholo le Maria bana ba rona bana ba tsela la ba tlamehile ho tla sekolong ne ba mathata cause bana ba ipona ba le different ba sa tshwane le bana ba bang no bana ba thabela ho tla sekolong ho ja se ka lona re ka be re se bo mangwe ge lebo haholo.
Ka program ena ya SRD uniform SASSA e thusa ho aha Free State e sebeletsang bohle.
The introduction of the multi-certification program by the Department of Education in responding to the challenges that we are having in our province of unemployment. It is one thing that the SGBs are highly excited about because it gives our kids an opportunity to leave matric with 2 certificates. The matric certificate and 1 certificate either in technical skills or in agriculture. And it enables them to be able to respond. They are not limited when they leave the school to really go to varsity, but they can also utilize those certificates to start businesses and being able to get absorbed in the economy of the country, which then suggests that the Department of Education is helping in building the Free State that works for all.
Angel Mall Food and Wine Institute provides cooking lessons, practical skills to individuals and groups. We also run a restaurant called John Dora. We received funding from the Free State government, which we used to buy equipment that helped us improve and equip our cooking studio. We thank the Free State government for continuing to support small businesses like ours. You are helping to build the Free State that works for all.
Tsela ena pele sebetsana sa kgone ho tsamaya ha o no kganna o no tla re o kganna noa tsela o no tlameha o tsamaya o ntse o qoba ene le diphotholo le dikoti le nna ke le tsena ke le hlasipa la tsela eo ka mokgweleng ka teng ke le ka wela photholo nkolo ya buster le tire then nkolo ya ka ya phetho ya ba right off rona re le operator tsa hop house tsa di-taxi re sebedisa tsela ya ho tloha R7 ho fihla N8 ho ya Thabanchu daily. So go latela ka mokgwa tsela e batlang e lekile ka teng gona jwale tjena ya khotsofatsa gona jwale tjena go tloha mona go ya Thabanchu so batla go le bonolo pele o mona tsela o no tsamaya o no kila bona noa na e tsamaya jwang o no tlamea o tsamaye ka noa ene o bapalle ka mariking le gearboxing too much go latela boemo ba tsela ka mokgwa ne o le ka teng ke gona jwale tjena ke ka mokgwa o bontshang gore mmuso o ha Free State e re sebeletsang bohle.
I'm a poultry farmer based in Kroonstad under Mothaka municipality in Fezile Dabi in the Free State. I specialize in poultry and I'm a director of a company by the name of Egon. The Free State provincial government has played a pivotal role in the growth of my business because in 2022-2023 they assisted me in completing a 2,000 capacity chicken structure and also provided me with 1,000 chickens, and I've been growing from there onwards. And also in 2024 I got this beautiful Landini tractor here with some implements, a planter and a boom sprayer, which currently my crop production is growing so significantly, and it's all thanks to the Free State provincial government.
Ke me mona na ke tlo bua hore no re batla ho leboha hore no at least the return of Maqueen has done justice to us. Sing only with the artist like we used to. This time around it was different story. People like ourselves, Central TV, other production houses, no benefit. We're there and making sure that we promote Maqueen and all that. Rona, re benefit the Free State Community Media Forum. Free State government, the way they are approaching Maqueen, this shows that you are building the Free State that works for all, not for individuals. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is John Kirstein. I have been living in Hillside View. So far we found the community to be very welcoming, and we've integrated ourselves as best we can. If there is anyone needing some help, we try and help. Previously we were living in Bloomsbury area, but unfortunately the house that we were staying in was kind of on the brink of collapse. So far me and my mom live in this house. The house currently has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a combined kitchen and living area. And as well, another one of our family members lives close by. The house is very well built. The quality of the RDP houses is absolutely, in my opinion, very amazing. What I could say to the government, I would actually really like to thank them very much for the house they built, because if it wasn't for this house, without a roof over our heads, clean running water, or even basic electricity, we would really be struggling to survive every day.
Tsatsi lena ke fumane re fuwa dinotlolo, ke fumane ntlo ya ka e na le kamore tse 2, ke bat kamore, ke freisi, ke kitchen. E kentswe di-ceiling kaofela, intle e pentuwe, intle fela.
faces, deliver. Right, right, cross. Right, right, run. Ready, open, order, off. Ready, right, rest. Ready, eyes, front. Ready, ready. And off and on. Advance. Good. And off and on. Open. And march. And off and on. Right. This. Adofona. Right. Stand. It is. Hey! Attention! Adofona. Shoulder. Right! General Salat. Present. Arms. Adofona. Shoulder. Heart of honor. Order. Right. Stand. Release. Right. Attention. Heart of honor. Shoulder.
All rise for national anthem.
Out of honor. Shoulder out. Right. Nose. Order up. Out of honor. Move your left increase. Left turn. Out of honor. Yes, right left. Quick. Huh. Left. Right left. Right left. Right left. Right left. Right. Left wheel. Left. Right. Left. Right 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 left. Right. Well, must pass in batons. Right. Walk to the right. Right. Turn. Quick. March. Right. Left side. Right left. Left wheel. Quick. Up.
Pele ya mosale legato mme Maqueen mosale legato pelo ya jea ngwana ba kubung ha ke tloa qwaqwa ke fitlwe a mme ba kubung a ntsa go nna mo Mofokeng o se nna o lla Mofokeng mo mosala le dikhutsana ha kwate ha ka kwata di ka go ba latele ke mokubung wa mohlamatsana mohloka kodi montsha mo tseba tsa ba bang kubu ntsha marota re bona kubu e ka ntlo ya moseme maila go itimala tolongwane tse tona di sesa di phatlhola maribo di a nyoloa tse tshehadi di sesa di iname Foreisetata o e emetse ka nnete le botshepegi tlotla lekgabane di a o lokela mmagona pelo ya jea o mohale o tshwana le go e alameditseonyana phako e batla o re ubelela thipa o e tshwere ka bogaleng Foreisetata o e emetse ka nnete le botshepegi o nna ke tshwana le moshe o tshwana le go moshe a apage kgoi a ditlhwana ditsuonyana phako e di ubelela se nna go nna Mofokeng o se nna go kwata mosala le dikhutsana ga a kwate ga ke tloa mola ke tla kobela ke lebe ga e sothabana tshwana mme Maqueen o mosale legato pelo e a jea mokobung ga ke tloa mona ke tla kobela se nna o botsana le sanpotse le botsana ke tshepile mang ka ge ke tshepile bona ba kobung ba ge go nna ke tloa ke tla kobela se nna o botsana dipotso ke mokobung wa motlhamatsana motlhoka ko di motsebatsa ba bang kubu ntsha marota re bona kubu e ka ntlo ya moseme mmagona pelo e a jea mosale legato Foreisetata o e emetse ka nnete le botshepegi pelo e a jea o tshwana le go e alameditseonyana phako e batla o re ubelela wa thentha bafatse wa thentha mogoto Foreisetata o e emetse ka nnete le botshepegi ga ke tloa mona ke tla kobela ke lebe thabana tshwana motseng mme Maqueen se nna o lla bosala le dikhutsana ga kwate ga a kwakwata di ka go bala nageng ke motlong wa motlhamatsana motlhoka ko di motsebatsa ba bang kubu ntsha marota re bone kubu e ka ntlo ya moseme maila go itimana tolongwana tse tona di sesa di phatlhola maribuo di iname tse tshehadi di sesa di iname Foreisetata o e emetse ka nnete le botshepegi tlotla le tlhompho di a o lokela
The Honourable Speaker, Mr. Dukwana.
We shall now have a moment of silence and meditation. You may be seated. In our silence and in our prayers, we put Honourable Member Klute, who's currently not available because of being sick. We have the following guests: the NCOP members, Deputy Minister Honourable Mahai, Honourable Sotyo, members of the National Assembly, Salga President Babu Stofile, Director General Dr. Pera, Morene Moholo Morena Montwedi Mota, Morene Moholo Morena Moholo Mopedi in absentia, Morena Neo Mopedi, Chairperson of the Free State Provincial House of Traditional Leaders, and all traditional leaders present. British High Commissioner Mr. Anthony Phillipson, former ambassadors Ndate Mukitane and Ndate Morule, SAPS Acting Commissioner, Major General, the Acting Commissioner, SAP Commissioner, Correctional Services Commissioner, heads of Chapter 9 and 10 institutions, Mangau Metro Executive Mayor, Executive Mayors, former Premier Memantombela, and all members who are present here today. Bear with us, it's extremely hot today, especially in the house. We hope that the aircon will do its work. We apologize profusely for the condition that you find yourself in. Honourable members, let me take this opportunity to welcome the Honourable Premier, Mayor Maqueen Letsoha-Mathae, the Honourable Deputy Speaker Menolita Ndungane, the Honourable Chair of Chairs Ndate Thabo Meko, the Honourable Chief Whip of the Legislature Ndate Opa Khobane, and all honourable members of the Free State Legislature present here today. Honourable members, let me acknowledge the presence, as I have done, of the dignitaries that I've already introduced. Owing to Chapter 6, Section 110, Subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, given effect by Rules 11 and 31 of the Standing Rules and Orders of the Free State Legislature, the 10th edition, 2022, I have informed this House of the date and time on which the Honourable Premier will present her State of the Province address, which also marks the official opening of the Free State Legislature. Honourable members, in conforming with the said rules, this sitting is convened to allow the Honourable Premier to deliver the State of the Province address. All proceedings shall therefore be suspended until the Honourable Premier has delivered her State of the Province address. This implies that the only business for today shall be the Premier's State of the Province address. I now call upon the Honourable Premier to address the House.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Mxolisi Dukwana, the Deputy Speaker of the Legislature, Honourable Nolita Ndungane, Honourable members of the Legislature, Honourable members of the Executive Council, Honourable members of the National Assembly and the NCOP, Honourable Judge President and esteemed members of the Judiciary, Boetapele Bantlo ya Marena le Makhoisane ke a le dumedisa Morena Moholo, the leadership of SALGA, executive mayors and councillors, ke se hlompho hape with the former Premier, Memantombela Ntate Ntombela, the Director General, Dr. Mulifinyana Pera, heads of departments, and all senior government officials present here, senior leadership of SAPS under your leadership, Acting Provincial Commissioner General Mxolisi, the Regional Commissioner of Correctional Services, and senior leadership of Correctional Services, leaders of the African National Congress and the Alliance, under your leadership, Comrade Puledi Somutshweni, the ANC Women's League, the ANC Youth League, and Organized Labor, all our special guests, esteemed members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Honourable Speaker, this year marks the 50th anniversary of the June 16 uprising. What began as a peaceful student protest in 1976 against the imposition of Afrikaans as a medium of instruction was met with shocking brutality. Many innocent young people were massacred, exposing the viciousness of the apartheid war machine, inspiring global condemnation and setting in motion the courageous journey towards freedom and democracy. Let the enduring spirit of resilience and the pursuit of justice for which those students gave their lives for find resonate in the youth of today. We also commemorate the 70th anniversary of the 1956 Women's Apartheid Anti-Pass March to the Union Buildings in Pretoria, where they rejected the extension of dome passes to African women. They challenged the might of the apartheid regime right at the doorstep of the bastion of racism. Re ananela lo leboha bophelo ba mme Sophie de Brain e santsaneng a re phelela letsatsing lena. We salute the courageous role that women continue to play towards realization of a truly egalitarian and non-sexist society. Another historic milestone that we celebrate is the 70th anniversary of the adoption of the Freedom Charter by the African National Congress at its conference in 1956. The Freedom Charter remains a beacon of hope to achieve the aspiration of all South Africans. Indeed, as Comrade President Oliver Tambo once stated, and I quote, "The Freedom Charter contains a fundamental perspective of the vast majority of the people of South Africa, of the kind of liberation that all of us are fighting for. Hence, it is not merely the Freedom Charter of the African National Congress and its allies, rather, it's the Charter of the people of South Africa for liberation." We pay tribute to Comrade Leon Levi, who passed away on the 2nd February 2026. Comrade Levy was a stalwart of the liberation struggle and the last of the 5 signatories to the Freedom Charter. Other 4 signatories are Chief Albert Lutilo of the ANC, Monty Naik of the Natal Indian Congress, James Laguma of the South African Colored People's Congress, and Peter Bielefeld of the Congress of Democrats. We remain committed to the reburial in Bloemfontein of the mortal remains of Maqueen, who was in Livingstone in Zimbabwe, and Sabata Tautau, who was in Zambia. These freedom fighters belong to the Madinuga and Litula detachments, respectively. This has been a long, tedious, and delicate process for both their families and political organizations. We are grateful for the patience exercised by their families in awaiting their turn to bury their loved ones with the dignity they so much deserve. In their sacred memory, we dedicate the immortal words of Lawrence Nyon from his poem, For the Fallen, which goes as follows, and I quote, "They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we'll remember them," close quote. Today and always, we keep that promise, we remember them. This year also marks the 30th anniversary of our Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, which has affirmed non-racialism, equality, non-sexism, and dignity for all. We join the global community in mourning the passing of Jesse Jackson, a towering civil rights activist, international statesman, and steadfast friend of South Africa. Honourable Speaker, this is the year of decisive action to fix local government and transform the economy. This commitment is about the endless pursuit of an efficient ethical, capable, participatory, responsive, transparent, and accountable local government. It is about the desire to regain our pride. And the message is clear. The state of our municipalities is not encouraging. Challenges that include poor financial management, weak governance system, institutional instabilities, and inadequate provision of basic services are crippling the capacity of municipalities to provide services. While we understand that this is unacceptable, our caring government is working hard to turn the tide and make things right. This is a timeless obligation enshrined in our Constitution. It is a moral obligation that should direct our collective efforts. Above all, it is a noble administrative responsibility that should shape our service delivery duty. For many of our people, this is about trust tested by history, experiences, and expectations for a new age full of promise and opportunity. It is an honor to present the state of the province today, Honourable Speaker, conscious of the responsibility we carry and the challenges before us. History will not absolve us. It will question us. It will ask us whether we have learned from the hardships of our past as we prepare the ground for a better future. Surely, we owe it to ourselves and the next generation to deliver an efficient and responsive government that serves its people. We approach the state of province address with honesty, for no society shall ever renew itself through denial. We remain true to ourselves. Not so long ago, the moral fiber and essence of our democracy was profoundly damaged by state capture. Institutions were hollowed out, accountability was weakened, public trust in government was eroded. Here now, we want to assure our people that on our watch, such indignity shall not be permitted to thrive in any form or shape, never. Honourable Speaker, economic transformation to lift people out of poverty, create employment, and overcome the burden of inequality remains our apex priority. We acknowledge that this priority is compounded by multiple factors, such as uncertainty of global economic conditions, national and provincial dynamics, including the current outbreak of foot and mouth disease that is severely affecting the livestock value chain in the province. Notwithstanding these ever-evolving challenges, progress towards the achievement of these priorities is noteworthy. Unemployment is gradually decreasing. The low inflation target range of 3% shall ease the cost of living. The social safety net continues to lift millions out of poverty, and rehabilitation and stability 118 expanded public works program work opportunities in the province. Of these work opportunities, 22,698 were generated by the provincial government and municipalities. This is indicative of the value of our strength. We'll continue to align and work together and build partnerships that work to create jobs. Our target this year is ambitious. We aim to create 34,414 work opportunities through the expanded public works program. Honourable Speaker, thank you. Honourable Speaker, the current challenges to our livestock farmers. We support the integrated national foot and mouth control, eradication, risk-based vaccination, and comprehensive surveillance and movement control strategy. This 10-year strategy will serve as a roadmap for South Africa to obtain FMD-free status from the World Organization of Animal Health. We welcome the successful production of locally manufactured vaccines by the Agricultural Research Council, fertilizing, growing, and diversifying our agricultural sector. The role of women and youth farmers are continuously affirmed. Financial support for women beneficiaries has increased to 34%, and even more significant, financial support to youth farmers increased from the less than 5% to 31% of our comprehensive agricultural support program, conditional grant funding envelope. So reba file batjha ba rona hore ba kene ho tsena tsa moruo tsa temo mona Freestata. Our support will meet the 50% and 40% respective threshold in the 2026-27 financial year. Food security is a main economic opportunities, strengthening communities and ensuring our national resilience. We are rejuvenating our food security initiatives from backyard to community food gardens, including establishing and supporting vegetable gardens at schools and early childhood development centers, whilst linking food security projects to informal and formal markets. This is illustrated by women like Melody Anghoke of Lady Brand, who supplies the spa in Lady Brand with vegetables, whilst the Mpatlalatsa and Sheltered Employment Project, a group of youth and persons with disabilities, supplies Pick and Pay in Jones Chrome. I'm also optimistic about young, determined and hungry men and women who have taken full advantage of government opportunities. One such young person is Bok Wasebeli, which has proven to be a favorite for processing equipment. Siyakuba. Bokang, Reauboka. Concluded the distribution of agricultural inputs provided in the third phase of the Presidential Employment Stimulus Program and reached 3,140 beneficiaries. In addition to 2,218 farmers benefited from our extension, 2,218 farmers benefited from our extension and advisory services. During 2025-26 financial year, 31 youth-owned agricultural projects were supported. We recognize the contribution of 12 young entrepreneurs excelling in the agricultural sector, such as Tumelo Pedi from Mangaung, who was the overall winner of our Youth in Agriculture Awards last year, and Jabu Matsidiri from Bethlehem, who was named Rural Development and Food Security. Both agriculture and environmental affairs must be part of the key economic drivers in the province. Honourable Speaker, as a province endowed with minerals, we are revitalizing mining through small-scale mining support, opening new mining opportunities, reusing mining infrastructure, and curbing illegal mining. Our province is endowed with significant amounts of liquefied natural gas, which present the Free State energies landscape with immense investment opportunities in natural gas, solar power, uranium, hydropower, wind and hydrogen to power the future of the country. We are no longer just an energy in practice. We are striking 29 renewable energy projects with capital investment in excess of 100 billion, mobilized largely through private sector participation. Ongoing and planned projects like the Gauta Solar Project, Springbok Solar Plant and Mulilo Battery Energy Storage Project continue to transform our landscape for the better. We are reigniting growth through, amongst other, strategic development corridors. These corridors are key in unlocking our investment potential, creating jobs, improving connectivity, and facilitating trade. With the last dam in South Africa, the Garib Dam, 3 national roads, which are the N1, N6, and N8, and vast renewable energy potential. The Karoo Development Corridor in the southern part of the province connects the Free State with the Northern Cape and Eastern Cape. Seeing this potential, the 3 provinces are jointly driving mutually beneficial tourism initiative that includes mixed-use development, biodiversity-based tourism, heritage-based tourism, and water-based recreation anchored on the development prospects of the Garib Dam. The airport node and the N8 upgrading of road infrastructure initiatives form part of the Mangaung Development Corridor, connecting the Free State, Northern Cape, and Lesotho. The PV Solar Energy Facility by Springbok Solar Power Plant and Harmony's prospect of mining surface gold for the next 100 years are taking place along the Energy and Mineral Development Corridor. Speaker, These multi-year initiatives are structured across several phases. We remain on track to engage with essential partners in this endeavor, such as the Infrastructure South Africa and the DTIC and others, of course. Tsamaiso ya dipuisano, re tsweletse ho aha moruo o ka kgonahatsang kgolo ya dikgwebo tse nyane. Hona ke ho netefatsa kgolo ya moruo bakeng sa bohle. Dikgwebo tse nyane tse 692 di tsheheditswe ka ho ikamahanyo le melao, mme tse 44 di fumantshitswe tshehetso ya ditjhelete ke mmuso ona wa Freystata. Tshehetso ya ditjhelete e boetse ya fumantshwa dispaza shop tse 56 ka letlole la tshehetso ya dispaza shop. Re kgothaletsa hore beng ba dispaza shop ba ingodisa e le hore ba une molemo letloleng lena, ba tlohela ho hirisa matlo a bona, ba nke monyetla, ba nke tjhelete ya mmuso ba o voutetseng, ebe bona ba ruang hona le ho ruisa batho ba bang. As we continue to write an inclusive economic agenda for the future, we have identified 20 most procured commodities by the provincial government that includes stationery, surgical gloves, soap, toilet paper, and masks for increased local production and sourcing. Through the Department of Economic Development and Tourism, we'll accelerate the process to identify and assist women and youth to open factories. Last year, Honourable Speaker, the Free State Development Corporation concluded a 2.5 million rands investment with JC Plastics, a plastic molding company, and another 11 million rands investment with D-Line Design Textile Company. We have completed the upgrading and refurbishment of 2 factories in the Maluti-Apofung SEZ to accommodate NNTA, Rabbit Abattoir, and Rovno Sauce companies. This work includes improvement and maintenance of roads as we continue to reposition the MAP SEZ as a prime investment hub in Maluti-Apofung. We are determined to significantly increase the number of jobs from the current 1,527 in MAP SEZ. Work is at an advanced stage to appoint the Chief Executive Officer for the MAP SEZ as part of our deliberate efforts to place the SEZ on a firm path towards growth and development. Honourable Speaker, we want only the best for our youth. Our role is to help them thrive, to see the future they desire. This has started. 50 young entrepreneurs in Mangaung and 90 in Fezile Dabi were each supported with 15,000 worth of equipment through the Informal Micro Enterprise Development Program. 30 youth also benefited from the cell phone repair program. 136 agricultural graduates were offered workplace experience through the Agriculture Graduate Placement Program at a cost of 12,199,000 rands. Last month, Honourable Speaker, 23 compulsory community service veterinarians commenced their service in the Agriculture Department. Our partnership with TVET colleges and universities will focus on creating business and workplace-ready graduates by focusing on industry-aligned qualifications, entrepreneurship and skills, and private sector partnership. Honourable Speaker, we hosted the Property Investment Summit on the 27th November 2025, during which 16 public properties that includes the Makufe site, Jim Foshie Resort, vacant land on the N8, vacant land next to the Free State University, Kopano Complex in Velcom, and Lady San were showcased to potential investors for various development models such as build, operate, transfer, and refurbish, operate, transfer. We are now busy with phase 2 implementation, which entails the registration of PPP with National Treasury and conducting feasibility studies to determine which properties can be advertised in a short period. The evaluation of these properties has been completed, and a competitive bidding process will be concluded this year. Repurposing these properties will transform our urban spaces and stimulate economic growth. The Executive Council has resolved to undertake a comprehensive review of all existing lease agreements for government office accommodation across the province. This decision arises from growing concern that a number of these properties do not fully comply with occupational health and safety standards. Yet, we continue to incur substantial rental costs for their use. Public funds must not be utilized to sustain non-compliant private infrastructure. In this regard, we're exploring the possibility of building a government precinct that will consolidate departments into facilities that meet regulatory requirements and ensure long-term value for money. We are embarking on a process to relocate officials of the Department of Health from privately owned facilities to universities' academic hospital as part of our broader strategy to reduce reliance on private leases and improve overall compliance with occupational and safety standards. Furthermore, we have resolved that the offices of the Qarib district for the Department of Education must be relocated from Bloemfontein to Qarib. This relocation must be concluded within the next 3 months. It is both morally and practically indefensible to expect residents of Qarib to travel outside their own district to access essential services. Government services must be brought closer to the people. Honourable Speaker, through our subsidy to interstate bus line in Mangaung and Maluti bus services in Thabo Mofutshanyane, we will continue to fund public transport that benefits more than 24,000 daily commuters. This vital investment bridges peri-urban divides, enabling low-income families to access jobs, education, and economic opportunities. The frequency of fatal crashes on the N8 continues to be a significant concern. It is imperative that we collaborate with law enforcement to enhance road safety. As we reflect on the past festive season, from the 1st of December 2025 to mid-January 2026, we must first acknowledge the partnership between law enforcement and our government. The visible participation of political principals on our roads played a vital role in boosting the morale of our law enforcement officers during this demanding period. Our integrated approach combined high-density law enforcement with road safety awareness. We intensified visibility at truck shops, taxi ranks, and major routes, distributing updated safety messages to combat fatigue and address issues of poor weather conditions. However, the statistics show that risky behavior persists. The top offenses remain excessive speed, driver fitness, and vehicle fitness. The death toll on our roads is not just a statistic, but a concern. We'll strengthen our operations, but we need every motorist and pedestrian to take personal responsibility. We'll not rest until our roads are safe. I thank all our traffic officers, Honourable Speaker. We all benefit from the long hours you spend on our roads in pursuit of law and order and the preservation of lives. In 2026-27 financial year, we will complete the rollout of speed detection and alcohol testing equipment, as well as investing in capacity building for traffic officers, examiners, and road safety officials. Importantly, we'll harness digital technologies to elevate enforcement and safety. Investment in our road infrastructure is not an option, Honourable Speaker. It is a must. Our road networks are a vital link for inclusive growth prospects. So ambitious investment plans in our road infrastructure and rural roads continue. In 2025-26, our capital projects created 1,030 jobs, surpassing our target of 826 jobs. Last year, we completed 8 township revitalization programs initiatives, creating 130 jobs in Botshabelo, Tabanchu, Bloemfontein, Sasolburg, Kroonstad, Ladybrand, Tromsburg, and Bethlehem. This program will continue in the coming financial year. We are pleased, Honourable Speaker, to announce that the reseal and fog spray projects of the following roads were completed in 2025-26 financial year: Kroonstad, Botterville, Dalesville, Bloemfontein, Jaggersfontein, Bloemfontein, Hopstad, Belfontein, Zastron, Wepener, Sasolburg, Dennisville. For the 2026-27 financial year, we have allocated 1.4 billion rands to complete existing projects. Focus will be on rural roads, small towns connectivity, and pothole eradication to drive agricultural growth, enable trade, eradicate poverty, and facilitate access to essential services. Again, 10 new roads construction and maintenance projects will be procured towards the end of 2026-27 financial year. Siyakuba, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, poverty is a scourge. It limits access to necessities, drives income inequality, reduces development attainments, and erodes human dignity. High cost of living also holds us back. Low household income leads to low purchasing power, low savings, and increasing living costs. It is therefore no coincidence that our social protection interventions and programs are intended to reduce poverty, facilitate economic inclusion, increase access to opportunities, and build a more equitable society. Of the 3 million people of the Free State, 1,044,006 are recipients of social grants. Many of the beneficiaries are children, persons with disabilities, and the elderly. Care for the most vulnerable in our society is our utmost priority. We will create the link to economic opportunities and job creation for recipients of social grants who are able to participate in the economy. We are funding 50 community nutrition development centers across all districts that provide cooked nutritious meals to the 9,067 poor and vulnerable in our communities at a cost of 12,648,000 rands. These centers are anchors of community hope and stability. Honourable Speaker, the Conference for Employees with Disabilities, arranged by the Office of the Premier last year, was about inclusion, innovation, support, and productivity in the workplace. We are doing our part. Recommendations made at this conference are now being implemented. Re a leboha Office ya Mopremier. In this financial year, we will complete the development of a provincial disability framework to mainstream disability rights, promote equal opportunities, and improve access to services for persons with disabilities. We are supporting the 29 protective workshops meant to ensure employment and skills development for persons with disabilities. Honourable Speaker, dignity and respect for our older persons is equally important. This is the measure of our humanity. We held a successful older persons dialogue arranged by the Office of the Premier in recognition of our older persons in October 2025. This was followed by engagement on services offered to older persons by departments and Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality. Services presented range from social support to healthcare programs. We cannot afford, Honourable Speaker, to remain numb to the abuse and killings of older persons in our communities. We have therefore partnered with 36 NPOs to provide 24-hour residential care to 800 older persons. Another 153 NPOs provide community-based care support to 4,464 older persons. In celebration of the festive season and recognition of the role played by older persons in society, the Office of the Premier hosted a series of joyful Christmas lunches in areas like SOPA, Van Starensrest, and Bloemfontein in December 2025. Honourable Speaker, the provision of adequate health care for our people is a top priority. In our efforts to capacitate the public health system, we have employed medical personnel in many of our facilities across the province. In 2025-26 financial year, we made the following appointments: 9 medical specialists, 120 medical doctors, 55 nursing staff, absorption of 2,128 community healthcare workers, recruitment of 379 student nurses, permanent appointment of 40 COVID-19 contract workers. We have also appointed a competent and qualified principal at the Free State School of Nursing. In addition, a total of 203 nursing students successfully completed their academic training. These efforts are a clear indication of a government at work, a government that put its people first. We are proud to announce the successful implementation of the e-Impilo electronic patient, thank you very much, electronic patient record system at 30 clinics across the province. This milestone brings us closer to a fully integrated patient care system. Thank you. In addition, we have also deployed the hospital management system at 18 of our 33 hospitals, strengthening our capacity for efficient hospital operations and patient management. The deployment of this system to the remaining hospitals will continue this year. In November last year, we joined the Minister of Health, Dr. Mxolisi, in launching the 6 multi-month dispensing healthcare strategy in the Free State to reduce patient burden and optimize resources. The launch heralded the start of a new model designed to streamline pharmaceutical supply and patient management in the public health sector. Ena re tshwantse re hatiseletse motsamaisi wa dipuisano hore itse ha re bua re manifesto re tla fokotsa ho ditjeho tsa ho phela ha batho ba rona re tlisa ditshebeletso haufi le bona. Ena ke enngwe ya ditsela tseo re reng batho ba tholang treatment ena ba tla fumana treatment fela habedi selemong, empa ba tla ifumana ha fela ba itsamaya hantle ba ntse ba nka treatment ya bona hantle, ba tla ithola habedi. Hona o tla fokotsa tshubuhlellano ya dipetlele kapa ya ditleliniki ha mmoho le hore batho ba tsamaye hangata ba ya dipetlele ba lata treatment, o tla ithola habedi fela selemong. Honourable Speaker, we stand in support of the classification of gender-based violence and femicide as a national disaster. Women are under attack. Stories of GBVF are disturbing. The scourge needs to stop. We must break down the cultural, institutional, and societal practices that continue to entrap women in abusive relationships. We need to assure our women and children that we will protect and care for them. In December 2025, we hosted a provincial men's indaba as part of the 16 days of activism for no violence against women and children, where President Cyril Ramaphosa joined 5,000 men and said, "Not in our name." And as part of our resolution to roll out the Indaba program across the district, we hosted the Machabe Men's Indaba earlier this month. We will not stop fighting GBVF. Our focus will be on prevention, victim support, and strengthening the criminal justice system under the hashtag, It Starts With Me, GBVF 365 Days Campaign. Re utlwile bohloko motsamaisi wa dipuisano ebile re tshwela ka mathe polao e etsaetseng mane motseng wa Qwaqwa mo modulasetulo wa Qwaqwa United Taxi Association mme Matshidiso Nteu a ileng a bolawa ka sehloho ka dithunya mme re tshwela ka mathe ketso eno e bontsha hantle hore hona le batho ba tsena ba nyolohe ba lwane in the name ya mme Matshidiso ba nke di-position tsa bona in this industry ya di-taxi. We will develop a mobile app which will allow users to send, alert and get immediate assistance, and forge partnerships with traditional leadership, religious sector, and the taxi industry to combat the GBVF. GBVF activists will be placed in police stations for immediate and on-the-ground support, working with district GBVF coordinators in the Office of the Premier and the Department of Social Development. In our ongoing effort to address compensation budget and to align human resource with service delivery priorities, 45 security officers were transferred from the Department of Community Safety, Roads and Transport to the Department of Social Development, where the demand for security services was most critical. This intervention was implemented with the approved budget and has strengthened safeguarding capacity, protecting state assets, and ensuring the safety of personnel and the public. The intervention also represents a strategic reallocation of existing resources to areas of greatest need and manage to ease the wage bill for community safety, roads and transport. Through this measure, we reaffirm our commitment to prudent financial management, optimal utilization of personnel, and responsive service delivery. The process of moving security officers to social development was not straightforward. The department needed to collaborate closely with unions for it to be successful. As a result, I would like to thank organized laborers for their leadership and cooperation. Honourable Speaker, our education results are outstanding. We achieved an impressive 89.33% grade 12 pass rate for the class of 2025 and remain amongst the top performing provinces in the country. We'd also like to take this opportunity to congratulate KZN as a top performing province, whilst noting that our 91% record set by the class of 2024 remains intact. In Selimona Freestata, that record. We awarded 200 bursaries to deserving learners for the 2025 academic year, and this year we are proud to announce that we have increased the number to 300 for the 2026 academic year. We must applaud Bokam Mukubu from it's a position altering in the country against all odds. We also congratulate Mr. Lerato Ramabodu, an educator from our heartfelt congratulations go to 6 learners from the Sentinel Primary School in Qwaqwa for representing not only our province, but our country at the robotics competition in Singapore last year. Parents and learners, from their hard work, patience, and commitment, you remain an inspiration to us all. Access to education of the highest quality remains one of our top priorities in the province. Paying off. Through our ECD's awareness campaign and Banapele mass registration drive in 2025, 97,540 children are now accessing early 642 ECD social development to the Department of Education. The province has refurbished and provided maintenance to 62 ECD centers throughout the province, with 13 completed in the current financial year. These initiatives, which will be intensified in 2026, will go a long way to ensure that our learners can thrive by the age of 5, laying a solid foundation for early learning and stimulation of emergent literacy, lost their lives. It improves learning environment, education outcomes, and access to education. These projects have been handed over to the respective technical school in Mangaung. Teaching take place in safe, dignified, and asbestos in the following schools. Dr. Block, we have also commenced with a reconstruction numerous engagements regarding completion of delayed infrastructure projects. Contractors are in the process of being appointed. Western Holdens Primary Secondary School, Farm School in Hostel, Farm School, Hostel, Bora Contractor, Riverside Elite. But to both ba Sambek an account, really assess a Robonorana, Everest Alamona Free State, the project had the fitla 95% fell at Teo, Yari project edition. Retoba Lata, D. Harrison Sever, let's say, Sabakenses and Raha School, Joale Human Rights. Our sports, cultural, and recreational delivery Makufe. We successfully staged Makufe in our province. Festival where Free State artists were also created for Free Staters. According to a previous socio-economic impact of Makufe is beneficial to accommodation establishment this year. We are also transforming the match against Nigeria on the 9th September 2025 and School Sports Championships in April 2020. Is competing against Pakistan at the Mangao Voices to remind our girls that they are playing for them all the way. But we will not hide matter on gain that reflects focused efforts. However, a move towards more extreme, premeditated violence crimes. Sexual offense %, the actual 890 reported cases in 3 months, and sexual assault cases dropped significantly. Policing. However, robbery at non-residential premises, dog theft remains a critical and prevalent crime in the Free State. Such a collective effort is essential to reverse this trend. It reduces these numbers, but rather by our relentless response agencies. The repurposing it to a fully fledged police station will go a long way in our efforts to provide efficient and effective public service. Governance will never be cooperative governance, standing committee on public account, the recommendations made by the joint oversight portfolio committees. The required interventions in the administration and improve audit outcomes. The following municipalities have been placed in Dukwana and Dukwana. This will help implement recovery plans and sustainability of municipalities is also too important for us to restore here. Our continued support and focus will be on the following districts: Silonyana, Thabo Mofutsanyana, Dihlabe, Metsimaholo, and Mafube. Connects the aspiration of our people to the pulse of the state, in the consistency and quality of monthly reporting, which proves that the spirit structure delivery service. At the end of June 2025, 93% sanitation, roads and stormwater, high mast lights, solid waste disposal, and 481 job opportunities were created. We are building with ambition, 69,000 rands of the MIG allocation for the 20 with a ministerial intervention through Val Central to improve the conditions of the Ministry of Defence for discussions regarding infrastructure support for the Machabe 1,500 service sites this year to enable us to catch up with Dukwana, Setsoto, and Tokologo with the help of Department of Water and Sanitation. Water treatment works in Kwakwa, repairs and replace pipeline phase 1 replacement of nearly 33.8 kilometers of pipeline from Leokopo, Brantford, wastewater treatment works. For the 2026 station infrastructure projects across the province. Honourable Speaker, to strengthen municipal capability. As we continue senior management positions, Legislature putswa Tokologo Tswelopele ke lefapha hore le nyolle tsamaiso ya bona ya hore performance e be hodimo and deployed graduates engineers in municipalities to provide surveying, construction and project management. All district municipalities and the Mangaung Metro traditional and Khoisan leaders are the guardians of culture and Lena hore Kamora hobe re approve the amendment bill of the Free State House of Traditional. Rotsane tse kgethetsweng lona mona Mangaung re file letona hore le bo ra kontraka e fedile re batla delivery and nothing else. Le fumane di officing tsa lona tsane tsa boithuso. E se le nako e telele re bua taba ena di notlolo ho lona. In November, last ship and customary initiation. We are satisfied that working with our traditional and Khoisan leaders, 4 deaths during the winter season and 17 during the summer season, 0 deaths, and eliminate criminality at initiation schools. This is in growing the economy and financial security. Positive audit outcomes. Out of 13 departments, including the Free State Legislature, how? Became the first service delivery department to achieve a clean audit for the qualified audit outcomes, and 3 were qualified. Of the 5 entities qualified audits, the 2 unqualified audits by fleet management, these outcomes, there's no doubt that a lot more still needs to be done. Signs of significant improvements are also financial statements to the Auditor General as prescribed in the MFMA. Motsamaiso wa dipuisano re bo masepala e le ho akofisa puso e ntle le tsamaiso e hlwekileng ya ditjhelete tse nepahetseng hore di nyalahanane le lenane la boleng ba le metsi e etswang ke Eskom le lefapha la metsi. Re tswelletse ho ba le di hona le boikamahanyo compliance ho be le etsa ho bo masepala be leng hore dibaka tsa bona ke dibaka tse nang le batho ba bodulo ba di entseng ditsha tsa kgwebo hore di masepala etelang batho bao se bo hole obane re elelletse hore dibaka tsena tsa boipeitse mushroomang ka mehla business ya ho etsa di-room tsena tseo ba di hirisang empa ba sa patale ditshebeletso tsa professional bodies to ensure the stability, integrity and efficiency of public financial management. We have encouraged the municipality to urgently conduct a skills audit, not only a matter of human need. It's not only a matter of human need. It's called home. Mxolisi skosana wa mani ezibele beke lebeke. Has for the first time in his life a house of his own. Think about few of the hundreds of beneficiaries whose lives we are transforming. Home ownership is now within reach for many. Haba bua bare Budulo, my son. Department of Human Settlement and Mangaung Metro in Botshabelo is well in advance. Morero ha matlo a matjha a mashome a robedi. A hao ka nako ya hao mohlang o tshwereng. Tswelopele o fihlella jwale ya Reddersburg le Matwabeng Senegal. Jwale ha ke tsebe na re tlositse the dignity of our military veterans through the provision of housing. Financially, ba dula matlong a matle mane ha o ya o shebile Youth for Freedom is one such individual. This government saw it fit to give us are connected with water, sewer, electricity. The Birken Park Extension 6 and 7 project in Bethlehem is almost complete. We valued 8 sites. Estate and Bloemfontein, Dark City and Silver City. We will open. Honourable Speaker. Discussions are at to provide accommodation to 270 eligible tenants. We are building reach. Toro ya mme anare haino etsahala. At the end of the financial year, re aha matlo a nya kene metsi a ala will also assist in the construction of houses for those affected in yona etla khona ho address the challenges tse re nang le tsona mo. A chance to speak to the people of the Free State. Please, Honourable Speaker.
Just give the Premier the chance to address. Dewey, be wise. Put that thing and you'll hear. Just put.
Radin sa di title deed. Repeal ya mobu. Meseo retla seetsa kande manga municipality re fumantsha batho di title deeds tsa bona. Honourable, responsive, dedicated and compassionate professionals. DG ya Freistata mona elentate Dr. Mulifinyana. Capable and hardworking Dr. Pera will provide leadership, ensures the Department for Agriculture and Rural Development, Fapana Mararo Agriculture, Health, Social Development. We regret that the incumbent resigned candidate to lead this department and that of Provincial Treasurer. Ease of doing business and productivity of the a modernized infrastructure and improved network reliability through the provision of specialized training on the 3rd of November 2025. 280 progress and will cover 116 SMS members and 60. The second code of competency assessment and other occupational groups will follow. FSTDI led the program, and a third cohort of 10 participants is scheduled to general manager course at NQF level 6. Our work in partnership delivery, personal mastery, supply chain management, project management, and coaching for leadership development initiatives, work integrated learning and artisan development of 1,374 unemployed youth benefited from our unemployed youth benefiting from our various on a new candidacy program, supporting 15 engineers to be professionally registered. A total of 1,900 to obtain their qualifications. 617 rands. In the new financial year for life in the workplace, we'll also appoint 26 public servants have applied for the early retirement age. This will create space for the absorption of this responsibly to ensure continuity of service delivery, proper skill. Has a relocolete, basebetsi bana ba ithaupileng hore ba ikopela ho tsamaya ba 500. This presented our province with an opportunity to showcase our cultural again, our ability to host high-level diplomatic events in Cuba. These missions were meant to strengthen diplomatic. We also had the distinct honor this month. These engagements reaffirm will prioritize strategic outward visit to foreign and development partners, job creation. Honourable Speaker, we are compelled to acknowledge transformation shaped by human agency, sustained by and boldly state without a shadow of doubt that this administration Our institutions have been consolidated, development, yet our progress coexists with stubborn structural challenges. Gains, rather, they illuminate the unfinished business of this must provoke in us a higher degree of ethical leadership. They demand that we recommit ourselves to the politics, to the collective aspirations of our people, and moments of profound strain. However, cultivating a strategic vision rooted in hope and discipline shape destiny, and we are engaged in this quiet work. We are mindful of the burdens of the African National Congress is a province, South African Police Service Provincial Commissioner, Lieutenant General of the state. She was our leader, our protector, our join us of this house. The men and women whose deliberations and oversight political home, the African National Congress. The African National Congress. I also wish to extend of public service. And friends who will always encourage me to keep doing good. Gratitude once more to my friends who sometimes become my extended for supporting me in this in the horizon that awaits us. And then with renewed purpose.
Thank you. Address by the Honourable Premier concludes the business of the House today. Us and guests will remain standing at their seats as the Sergeant at Arms. The Honourable, all guests are invited to the speaker their respective tables. Renale Marena tale tlhompho ba tle ba tswe le bona. All the guests for lunch. The House shall now adjourn until Tuesday of the House, consideration of the salary of the Premier, tabling, and the debate by honour members on the Premier State of the Province address. The House